Alright, it's happy Thursday, folks. It's the Moosejaw RC Hour, and here we go. And always, we start with a test. Do you hear me? Let me know in the comments if you can hear me and everything, so I don't have to freak out here live in the Moosejaw Studios. It's good to be here with us Thursday. We're going to have some fun. We're going to look at some new stuff. We're going to look at Moose Job here and talk about the upcoming event, the ACC crawler event in California, coming up not this weekend but next. So, how we doing? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Oh yeah, we hear you. Thank you, Mr. Connolly. All right, good. Whew, it's always, you never know, right? You never know. And again, we're at the Moosejaw RC Hour, where we spend 1 hour of our attention span on tiny trucks. I'm pretty sure, even though us humans don't have much of an attention span, we probably could spend a lot of time on tiny trucks. I'm pretty sure we have that focus. But we're going to continue on. First off, let's say hello, checking in for fun, and I don't know, what are your thoughts on the new little double animal style from Axial on the Power Wagon crew cab, I guess you would call it, and so forth. And we'll talk about that as well, but let me know if you're interested in getting it. Which color would you get? Just despite some other people out there. So I am loud and clear. Thank you, Outcast. And then also Clinton Lloyd. Sounds good. Sounds good. Ooh, even better. I love it when it sounds good. I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you, Racing Case 87. All right. Lauren B. Loud and clear. Thank you. Great. Good. Jesse Sleepy says, hello. Hope everyone is doing well. Me too. I hope it's a great Thursday. As you can tell, my voice is a little more scratchy because I went back to work at the Educational Institute and I dominated the conversation for a good hour and a half for every, what they call a block period and so forth, and tried to influence, motivate for the school year, and we're ready to go. Next week, we start to work. Tomorrow's a fun day. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Other than that, let's see what we got. That for sure we do. Good evening, Moosejaw. Thank you, Darius. Good to see you. Phoenix, hello, my good friend. Can't wait to see you in 2.5 weeks, right? Is that what it is? God, that's coming up fast. I'm actually just gonna call in sick the night before and just head on down in the morning. I'll see you then, sir. I'm looking forward to those cigars too. Foo cigar. Travis, hey Travis, how you doing, Travis? Good to see you, sir, and Mr. Connolly. Not for me. The 24 scale is just too damn small. It is small, and it does have its place, especially with winter coming up, and a lot of people just like to maybe tinker on it and all that stuff and crawl around the house. But I get that. I know. I have some. Technically, I have 2. Well, 3. I do have the Betty somewhere. I'm thinking about selling it. I ran it once. I put it back in the box. I think I'm done with it. I do like my little Gladiator that I have from the Axial, and I do have the TRX4M, so I actually have 4. And then I have the Element 24, which is okay. It's good to scale up, but I don't think it's really that much fun to run. And let's face it, you go on the internet and you go to the old good Instagram, all you really do see is the Axials and maybe the Traxxas, but you actually see the Axial SCX24 a lot more than anybody else, to tell you the truth. So I like my Gladiator. I'm going to keep that, but we'll see about this. I'm a Dodge fan, Mopar or no power, so we'll see about that. I'm digging the Power Wagon and would definitely go with orange. It does look good. I can see kind of aging it up a little bit and so forth, and we'll talk about that. I like how it's a hard body. That's awesome, again. And I'm kind of curious, is it a long wheelbase like the Gladiator? So maybe I could just get the body and throw it on my Gladiator and throw it off and all that stuff. Who knows? We'll find out, right? Let's see. I'm digging the Power Wagon definitely, and would definitely go with the orange. So orange is winning so far. We got the orange. Audio good, but you're a little orange-yellow looking. Yeah, it's a little warm in here in the light area. Thank you. Yes, I usually do like the cool look. So let's go with the cool. We'll set the ambiance. There's that. And we'll set that one. And then we turn it up a little bit because it's a little dark and a little too dark. And that's pretty good. There we go. A little cooler. I'm a little grainy, I think, because it's low light, but we'll see. How's that? Is that better? I'm not as yellow. So, but thank you. Yeah, I forgot. I usually set that up. I like the more cool setting, or I think that's natural light, so we'll go from there. Love the hat. Thank you, Tamara. This is Team Alfa Romeo Formula One boogie artwork on there, and it has a lot of the Formula One race car stuff on it. It doesn't have the drivers' names on it, which I kind of thought it did, but I bought it. I'm a marketer's dream. I see someone on the internet and I'm like, I want it. I want all that fun stuff, you know. So I did that with the motorcycle, and did that with. Don't we all do that? Don't we have some compulsive buying, but not remorse? I would hope not. Audio, the same here. Is that your dominance hat? Yeah, right. I'm asserting my dominance. This is just one bucket hat I thought I'd get. And here's the thing. I know I can't. You can't have it like that. All right. I'm just not hip enough for that. I have to pull it down and get that kind of low, and then I could do that. There we go. And they're available. I'm an Alfa Romeo. I was a little upset with the little F1 talk, you know, that Bottas. He's my favorite driver and everything, and his days are done. I don't think so. I kindly disagree. It'd be nice if he had a good car. That's for sure. At least they had a good team strategy, but we won't get into that. Is there a truck in front of you? I can't see it. Yeah, it's hidden really well, isn't it? It's somewhere here. Where it is, who knows? We'll talk about this and maybe even finish it up in front later on. Let's see. The truck's name is John Cena. That truck's name is John Cena. John Cena. I kind of like that. Oh, the little rascal dogs are barking out there. So annoying. Just got a new set of cigars. We can smoke them up. Smoke up the whole place. Mwah, absolutely. Look, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, the last RC adventure I went in was Colorado back in June, early June, and I messed that up, and I haven't been really on one since, and I'm going to make sure, Phoenix, that I will be the party. And we'll have a good time. Let's see, racing case. I'd love to see a Power Wagon body like that for the SX6. Sir, you and I, same thing. I was kind of curious because, you know, Axial does release something here. And this is kind of a concept from an old Proline body. So wouldn't it be cool if it does go to SEX6? I can see maybe it going 10 first, build a little bit more hype, 10 scale, and then go 6. I would be giddy up. I would be so. Imagine if they did it as a hard body, even though that Lexan is pretty damn hard at that thickness. Imagine if they did that. I am looking forward to that. I'm with you on that. Look at that workshop. Thank you, Matt. Everybody say salutations to Matt and everything. It's looking pretty good. It's not looking bad. I got to get some more light in there and everything and everything. But thank you very much. I mean, you know, let's face it. Looking at YouTube and researching and Harley Designs and Scalability Skill Studio, there's some influence there, obviously. But also looking at Hemistorm. I mean, Hemistorm's is... I like it has its side camera going and everything. I don't know if I'm going to go full ham like that. But thank you, sir. Thank you, Matt. And, yeah, it's good to see you here at the Moosejaw RC Hour. All right. And Phoenix says hi. Jim's Hobbies. He needs a valve on the wall, though. Do I need a valve? What do I have? I have a socket. All right. Electric socket, little, you know, power strip. I got my number 1 light there, you know, as I learned from YouTube, you need that one little light in the background. Just a light. Who knows? To set the ambiance. It's all about ambiance. Matt's here. Yes, and Eric Baker's here. Hello, sir. Hi, Joe. Hey, Chris from Salinas. Good to see you. Hobby Room. Thank you, sir. Good morning, Mr. Jaw. What? Oh, gosh. Thank you for the $9.99, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you for supporting the Moosejaw Studios. Maybe we'll get that valve up there. How many LEDs is too many LEDs on what truck? Oh, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, you could bedazzle it and everything. I mean, look at what RC Patina guy does with bedazzle. There's no limit on that. So why would there be a limit on LEDs? Go for it. That's what I say. The hat looks better than someone's 5-panel hat. You know, I appreciate Matt's hat. I think it looks just fine. I could kind of relate on his better half's feelings on that and having to deal with that. Or even like that, my daughter, when I bought this hat, and I was bound determined to wear it, and my daughter goes, just walk over there. Walk over there. Don't walk near me, right? But I like it. And I'm old, so I guess I'm supposed to wear bucket hats. I don't know. Maybe complain about the heat when I'm in Florida. What have you. Let's see. P.S. Hi from AUSD, Austin, Texas? Is that where we are? I don't know. Little Bobby Custom. Good evening, everyone, and see you at the ASD event. Chris, I'll be there on the Saturday, Friday. I can't bolt out of work and then race up there and so forth. And I'm going to keep the next Friday off to travel to Proline by the Fire. So I can't have 2 Fridays off in a row. But I'll be there on that Saturday, a week from, a couple days here. Whew. So speaking of which, here is one of the ASD crawler bodies. I have 4 moose jobs to do. 3 are part of a giveaway that you can, I think, sign up for raffles for, and I'll explain what they are in a moment. But this is for Orange Taco, right? And with this is that he just wanted a camouflage body on his 2015 Proline Racing Taco, his Tacoma. This is probably the most modernized body vehicle I've ever done. Everything I usually do, well, my main customers are, clients I should say, are Vanquish people who buy Vanquish bodies. They're my number one. I've done so many Phoenixes and half cabs. Only one Origin full cab, and I can't wait to do the Fordyce. I'm looking forward to the Fordyce. I've done a lot of bomber interiors for Rippers and so forth, and so this was kind of nice to work on something modern. This is not my kind of take. Like I said, I'm old school. I'm old. I like the older school bodies because I think they just have better lines and everything, more design to it in a way, you know. But this was fun. This was my first camouflage paint job, which was kind of nerve-wracking because you always hear, like, especially here in Nevada, and people who get spray cans and camouflage their trucks, everything by hand, and it looks like a paint job. A rattle can, which usually is. I understand why. This is airbrushed. And I had to order another green. It was put on hold. I started it, but my green that I had was too olive. So much so, it looks brown. That's olive drab right there, apparently, but it looks more brown. So I said, holy crap, I don't have any green. And then I was looking, and luckily, Proline paint on top of, all this stuff, which is good. They have their airbrush poly paint. And it's military spec green. I was looking at one other company that said camel green, and it's actually a little brighter, which kind of fit the images I was looking at. But I went with better safe than sorry. I went with Proline that can really adhere to a polycarbonate paint and polycarbonate body and so forth. So we got it done last night. Actually, we just finished it this afternoon because my mail call was, again, emergency paint. I ran out of PS55 flat clear. This is a key thing to seal the deal, all right, to seal this goodness in place so it doesn't want to go anywhere, just in case it does, because there are some TS paints, and TS paint, AS paint from Tamiya, which is more model paint. If you put it on the Lexan itself, you hit a rock, it just comes off. But I've been lucky, and it's always nerve-wracking. I have to admit, it's always nerve-wracking, but I haven't had one go bad yet. You put a lot of poly on there, and for this I put white poly underneath, and I wanted everything to come out a little bit brighter and so forth. The tan is a TS tan benchwood color, I think it is, TS68 Tamiya. And then I went with some acrylics here and there. And again, I'm not going heavy with those. They're just on top, a thin layer of color that should do the job on top of that poly paint. And then the poly Proline paint. There's a lot of different mixtures here. But sealed the deal with poly PS55. And I've been very lucky. I did a test vehicle for Vanquish. And with some of that. And after the Phoenix was finally released, I asked Josh, and then he had to ask Brandon because Brandon had the body. Hey, is the paint holding up? And sure enough, it was. After they beat the crap out of that thing, it actually still looked pretty good. It didn't look like any paint flake off. So, and I think I kind of covered that in my videos, my painting videos. I should have some more painting videos here coming up soon. It's just this week I went back to work, and it's a little, like I said, I lectured too much. I need to shut up and let the kids talk about education, like they're gonna do that. Hey, sorry I'm late. Hey, Orange Taco, the owner of this. All right, thank you for this and trusting me with that. So hold it closer so we can get a good look at that paint. All right, let's get to there and even closer. Okay, so like I said, well, first off, we did underneath, and underneath I just did black. Right, there was no reason to do any other color. Maybe I could have done silver first, whatever. But I did black, and I like Traxxas black because it adds a little texture to the inside more than a Tamiya does, and I kind of like that. So we have that on the inside. Also, he wants the windows painted, and you can kind of see that is Traxxas tint, so smoke, a tinted window. I did about 8 coats of that. We'll see if I do more. On the outside, again, I did the bed first, and then I just taped it off, and that's, again, Traxxas. It just adds a nice little, slightly rougher texture than the Tamiya to give kind of a bedline look, but, you know, we did that. Taped it off, and we kept the protective film on the windows where it needs to be, the headlights and everything like that. Did pretty good on that. And I just coated it with about 3 coats of white, and then just because I ran out of white and kind of feeling, again, it's always nerve-wracking when you do other type of Tamiya paint on there. You know, you better safe than sorry, I guess you would say. So your mind's rested at ease a little bit, and I did a little silver on there too. Then I did the TS paint, the Tamiya TS paint, the tan color, I guess you would say. I did that first. And then we did the olive drab is really brown. And then we went with the green. And then we went with the black. Because the images I look, it's like, to kind of break up the camouflage and not look like just patterns, the black was overlaying some of those colors here and there. Could I do more? Yeah, but like Matt's rule of thumb, if you ask, is that enough? The answer is yes. You've done enough, and that has saved me a lot. So, and with that, then we just sealed it. The paint showed up. I ordered both the green and the clear the same night, Sunday, and they said they both shipped somehow, but we had the holiday, but this was delayed. But I ordered this one first, to tell you the truth, and it was delayed. It wasn't supposed to show up till tomorrow, but lucky me, it showed up today, and I can get it done and get some other ones done here in the next 4 days, right? Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days. 3 days, 3 bodies. We're sending those 3 bodies back to, including this, back to Sacramento, where Mrs. Moosejaw is nice enough to hold them, and people just come by her office, let her know they're coming by and picking up. Who's picking up? Obviously, Orange Taco. 2 for Gunner, and 1 for Tony Amaza. So, and they're just gonna stop by and be polite and pick it up and put these on what they need to put on. So yeah, we'll get to more of that and everything. I have to say the camouflage is a little more challenging than you think it is. You know, you just, it's actually, I just want to make sure it didn't look like a bad camouflage job. So for my first one, I'm pretty happy. I like it a lot. I think it turned out great. I'm happy. I wish I could have you do my 410 Pro. Well, I wish I could have done it too, Hobby. But check out the YouTube. I mean, you guys you have YouTube. I painted plenty of 410 Pros out there. You can, if you have an idea, we could talk later too. And message me on Instagram. That's my body. Woohoo! That's my body. Woohoo! Travis, come on. You have a 4 dice one soon, Joe. Thank you, Travis. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to do cage work. I need to catch up with Josh is doing and all that, or you could build along, but I'm back to work. So I have to commit to the future of our world, folks. So I have to make sure those 12th graders become adults and all that stuff. So, and no easy task, but it seems like a good group this year. I'm looking forward to camo in the desert. Yeah, and I think this is more. I was trying to do the Vietnam uniform look, which is a little bit more green, a little more black, I would say, and less tan. But this came out more like a forest type camouflage. I don't know all the. I was looking up images of all the different. I didn't even think really. I know there's different camouflages, but I was so amazed how many different styles of camouflage there are out there. So this is close, and I like it. I think it. I would drive it. Let's see. Is that painted on the outside? Yep. Yes, it is painted on the side. I'm pretty sure I wasn't the first one to paint on side, but it just made more sense to make textures on the outside. I never liked clean Lexan bodies painted on the inside. They look great at first, but after a few months or a few years, it just looks like bent up saran wrap, I guess. You know, the paint doesn't look so good, and you can't really touch it up. But painting on the outside, you could touch up as you go along. And here's the thing: you paint both inside and outside, it's a little thicker. It's amazing how a little thicker that is. My Power Wagon was over there. I can't see it, but I built that in 2017, and I run it, and it's been scratched up so much so that the patina didn't look good. So what did I do? Took the body off, took some tidbits off, and just touch up with some spray paint, some Tamiya pigment, some airbrushing, and voila! It was like brand shiny patina new. Not shiny, but dull, and it just looks cleaner, but still looks old and rusty and all that kind of stuff. Weathered, I guess you would say. So yeah, that's what I do. I like painting out. I rather, it's a lot easier to paint on the outside, to tell you the truth. What else we got? Howdy, y'all. Hey, howdy, Red Rooster. I haven't seen you in a while. Looks good. Hey, Ray, I'm glad you like it. You know, every time I finish a paint job, it's kind of nerve-wracking if my customer, the client, is not going to like it. And so far, I've only gotten, everybody is happy with everything, right? But probably only one person, a little criticism. Just a little, they just put a little snippet. It's like, that's not quite, or they say something like that. And I take it with I take it as it is, because in the end they do like it and so forth. So, and I will not name names. We kind of do know them, and it's not Josh. Josh is always like, "Hey, thanks. I didn't have to do it." So, anyways, but you never know. It's always nerve-wracking to see if somebody's actually gonna like it. You never know until you got it. And so far, I've been very, 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 very lucky. I say lucky. Feel like painting another bomber interior? Yeah, I'll paint another bomber interior. Not a problem. Well, speaking of 410 Pro bodies getting painted, wink, wink, nudge, Outcast. I don't know if you saw my Instagram post. I bought a shelf. And on that shelf are RC bodies to paint. And with them, I put a tag on it, and I put a to-do list and to get things done. I'm going to get ASD stuff done in there. I got one for Mr. Alex and Eric Baker and Jerry, and then Outcast. So we're going to start knocking them out. We're finally kind of, this whole little area here and outside there, we're kind of settled in. I still have a ton of boxes to go through for the house. But as far as functioning as a paint shop and RC shop for myself, and like I said, we're going to get some tools back there on the power tools up there to do some fabrication, just fun fabrication. I'm not really going to go into how, because here's the thing, I don't know how. I have an idea, and I've done a little fabrication here and there. I've done some building, cutting styrene, and I can always improve on that, that's for sure. But we'll go through the adventures of Moosejaw here and see my failures and successes and how things turn out. So we'll get to that. Let's see. I love to paint, but I'm sentimental. I like to have stuff done by my peers. I like that. And that's the thing. I was thinking about asking RC Bettina guy, because I was playing around how to have him as a guest, right? But also, I was thinking about, hey, how about this? I paint you a body, and you paint me a body. And what would you paint for me? And guess what? You won't know what I paint for you, and kind of go exchange, and then kind of reveal it on maybe that guest shot of what we did for each other. Because he's an artist. I love his work, and a very cool guy, fellow 1968er right there, so forth. So I gotta put that in his ear a little bit. But I was thinking that'd be kind of cool. Or even Temp RC on Instagram. We did a thing. We had a little like build off, paint off with the Element 24, and we just put it up there. And I believe it was Matt. Yeah, it was just Matt who put up a poll on his Instagram, which was very nice to see. Which one you guys like the most and so forth. I still like his. I mean, I like mine. I think I did pretty good, and I think you can kind of see it right here, that little thing. But he was, I think, more daring than I was. I did some cutting and sanding and filling in, but that was fun. So we did that. Check out Temp RC on Instagram. A very nice guy, Jade. And another kid. Congratulations, Jade. What we got there? Speaking of 410, love to paint. Greetings, fellas. Sorry, hey, long, tall Texan. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. And again, please check out Long Tall Texan RC on the Instagram. I always like to watch what he does, and he doesn't rush through it. He's like, here I go. I got a project. Just share it with you. It's pretty cool. I have a sticker for the back window. I'll send a picture of Instagram later, and the camo matches perfectly. Good. Awesome. I like that. Love the old school camo. Like I said, it's my first one. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm really giddy. It turned out good. I can wait for the clear 4-dice bodies. I can wait, or you can't wait for the clear 4-dice body. Joe, I would like to swap the Phoenix body I gave you to paint the 4-dice body. So I just bought some time. You got it, Eric. You got it. I mean, unless you want me just to paint the Phoenix for it and put up, or you want to sell it and see if somebody to buy it clear and so forth. I understand. A lot of people are selling their Phoenix bodies. Alex, the moderator for the guys' chat, all that, our good moderator friend, he finally got out of the mod squad. I think he's the only one that didn't have a Phoenix, and he finally got a Phoenix, and he's getting rid of the body. He's putting something else on. Good for him. Woot! Yeah, it's there, Outcast. I got you. Love that idea. Yeah, you like that idea. So, okay, we'll write down these good ideas, and I'm going to hit Eric up and see what he says. Plus, I got to get Phoenix up here, too, because he's comedy gold. He's a good guy. What body for what truck is that? We'll have to ask Orange Taco what platform you going to put this on, and is it a longer wheelbase? I mean, it looks longer, but you never know with Proline. So what you going to put this on, Orange? Let us know. I painted scale tanks like that. I must do an RC body like that. Yeah, I need to work on my airbrushing technique. But then again, what really, because it showed like I was a little heavy, and you see kind of a round heavy spot on the black and what have you. And I see one here on the brown, but there was some here and there, but this kind of evened it out. Could I lightly sand this little spot right here. I don't think anybody's going to tell on the rocks. All right, so forth. What we're going to do with this is we're going to put body bits on this, or we're going to peel off the windows because we're done. Don't need to do anything more. But before we get to that, let's talk about new products for the week that are on the Instagram, and some early, some not, and your thoughts, my thoughts on it, and so forth. All right. So first up on the Moosejaw Hour, we're half past the hour, and we're still going. So now let's go on. Let's share the screen. Come on, technology, where are you? There he goes. Share screen. Right screen share. All right, so first off, obviously, Captain Obvious, we have the Axial SCX24 Dodge Power Wagon 4-wheel drive rock crawler brush, ready to run orange. And you also have this wonderful green. A lot of you like the orange. All right, and let's see if we can't get a better picture of it and make it bigger and all that fun stuff. Can we? Yeah, we can get it better. I thought we could. There's the green. I actually like the green one. And so forth. It's hard body. I've been jonesing for this style of body. I know Proline had it. That windshield could be better. That's for sure. But they got the proper windshield wipers, which were kind of first used at the time, if I'm not mistaken. I love the bumper. That's an appropriate bumper, I say. I'm not a fan of swamp coolers, super swampers. I like swamp coolers, but I like AC better. But I do like this green. But the one thing I do like about this whole package here, even though it's 24 scale, right? But I do like the scale possibilities on this. You know, interior. I could weather this right now and paint the clear on the outside. I could rust it up a little bit right as it is. Take off some. I like the printed. You know, you got the molded parts on there. I think it comes with the camper. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm a Mopar fan. I like this body. I love the crew cab look, like a Gladiator. That's why I like my Gladiator. I even had a Dodge Dakota that had the crew cab and everything. So I like that. I don't know about the bed, but I understand it. It gets bulky back there. I get that. You could just simply cut up a really ratty cloth and dirty cloth, and a thin one too, thin. And then just kind of put it over there, and maybe even, you know, since it's no body pins and everything, you probably could just shoe glue it down so it looks like a tarp over it, and that would make that look better, I think. You could put a little chain on there if you can find a thin enough chain and dangle it. That'd be cool. Little shovels and all that fun stuff. But I like it. I like it a lot. And I like how these are bead locks. So that means you could take the tire off and just buy some new. You don't have to buy wheels and tires. You can just buy the wheels and save yourself a couple bucks, which is kind of neat. And so forth. So I like it a lot. I like this. Like, you know, and maybe I'm sentimental because, you know, my grandfather had. We still have it. We're trying to make the tough decision if we're going to keep it or not. Do we have the means to at least get it running? I don't know about restoring, but we have a 1941 Dodge D-type. I think it is. I think it's a D-type. You know, and when World War II broke out, they stopped making them for commercial use, more or less. And more for military use. And then here you come with this behemoth. That's where it kind of came from and so forth. But we'll have to see. But I like it a lot. Some people are like, oh, no, another small scale. But you know what? Working at the hobby store, they sell. They probably sell more than the 10 scale when I was there. At least in my area in Sacramento there when I was working there. I think, you know, because it's Bashers first. Basher second. And then maybe some of the speed cars from Traxxas, road cars would be another popular one. Followed by, I want to say crawlers, but with SCX24s. When SCX24s, it's a perfect gateway drug to get people into the hobby. It's like, oh man, Do you want to spend $450 on this? Or look at this, ready to run, battery, small, not that bad. The wife won't get too mad at me just yet. And get in a hobby, or for your kids, and it doesn't go too fast. It's not going to break anybody's ankles. So everybody kind of bashes the SX24 and say, I'm over it. Yeah, but the thing is, there's some people who haven't even really got into RC, and that's a good thing what this thing does, I believe. That's just my 2 cents. So I like it. Let's see what we got here. What? I want to sell it with the clear body, but leaving all the carbon fiber parts I made on it. Oh, okay, there you go. My go-to trail truck, SX102. So this is going on SX102. Good choice. I like that. I still don't have a Vanquish rig yet. I feel like I am the only one. You're not the only one. But now that they're ready to run, you have your options still. You have your options. What else we got going on? What body? I have an SX102 trail truck. All right, long tail. You guys are talking. All right, Proline 2000. There you go. Talk amongst yourselves while I'm here. I have more VP trucks than I need. It's funny how I creep up because I think the conversation was, when I first got in this hobby, it was axial, right? And this is before Traxxas came out, Element, all that stuff. And there were Vanquish parts. And then, so I had a lot of axials. But somehow that's changed, and I don't know how it happened. But now I probably have more Vanquish, and that's only 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 actual kits, and then my comp truck is pretty much so technically 5, and so forth. So again, if I was still working behind the counter, I would tell anybody say, "Well, which one's the best one?" It's like you can't go wrong. They just have different attributes, different features. Traxxas has this, Element, this, Axial, and now I could say, and now Vanquish. And then if I was new, I'd probably buy the Vanquish if I had the money, because there's still that question of how much, especially if you're a newbie, it's kind of overwhelming how much stuff does cost. Nowadays, anybody who's in the hobby, we spend a lot on it, but the thing is, we get a lot out of it, and that's the beauty of this genre of RC, I think, and maybe the other ones too. You get something out of it. Which, if you think, I'm from Nevada, we love gambling. People get something out of gambling. I don't know what, especially slot machines, but free drink, I know that. But I've seen too many people just sit there just throwing money away just to get a free drink and be in a casino. I think there's some better things to do with your money, things of that nature. That's my 2 cents. Let's see, what else we got going on here? I would love one, but it would sit on the shelf and hardly get used like all my other stuff. I hate, if I had more time, some are kind of shelf queens lately just because I haven't had time to go run them, and I have a great backyard to go do it. But once things settle down, like the motorcycle, we have to run that. I'm hoping to run that soon. I still haven't run it. And I got a nice empty lot they haven't built on here. This is a new development, so I got something that's all cleared out, so I better take advantage of it before they start building. Toby Thurgood, what's up, gents? Hello. Can I see my address? You need help with those Vanquish trucks there? Phoenix, people will let you know. I drove a Tacoma for 10 years, thanks. Yeah, I have nothing against tacos. I don't mind a Toyota Taco. They're good. I'm just happy with my Jeep. Same here. I'm so busy. All right, you're so busy. Whoops, we moved up here. Let's see, where we go? Moved up really quick. The new Axial Dodge is the first 124 rig I have ever wanted, and I'm not a Dodge fan. It just looks good. It looks cool. Just couldn't get into 24s. I get that. TRX4M got me back into the hobby after many years, and it is snowballed from there. That's everybody's story there, Racing Case. Now I have 12 or 13. Wow, all right, good for you. I tried. I think I counted and I stopped counting. I'm at that point. Gunner, my meats get sticky nuisance has super chat. Thank you, sir, for that. I got 9 VP rigs, but I'm just a 14-year-old with money. Yeah, that's the criticism of the better half. It's like, how many hobbies are you going to have? All of them. I want all the hobbies. What you want me to say? There's some other worse hobbies you could have in Nevada. That's for sure. 24/7, kind of. I was reading one, but I lost it. So let me see if I can find it. I still have my 101 2001. All right, same here. So we'll just scroll down and keep going. I went from having nothing but home built to Mia chassis, which again, I'll say it again, follow Long Tall Texan. He's a builder, you know. Home built to Mia chassis rigs to 3 RC 4-wheel drive rigs, and my hodgepodge of homemade rigs. I have yet to own an RC 4-wheel drive, and I like leaf spring. I keep waiting for Brazen Scales to come up with that Class 1 leaf spring again, not the competition chassis, but the Class 1. And then Eric Baker brought me on to somebody who makes leaf springs for certain, like an axial. And I put my name in, but I think I got passed up, or maybe I didn't respond to something like, hey, you're up, and they're ready. I don't know what happened. But then again, I'm not, I gotta get the back time to build. Free drinks is all I ever get from gambling. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a smile. I smile every time I look at collection. Yep. Current crawler list is 2 axials, 1 element, Night Runner, and 2 RC 4-wheel drives. Nice. Everybody's laughing at Gunner. Hey, Gunner. Everybody's glad to see a Gunner. And Gunner's going to be at ASD, so if you want some jerky, come say hi to him. I love to see a 2nd-gen Dodge body and a late model Tundra crawler body. Those are pretty viable, I think. That's a good choice. I've got 3.5 VP trucks and 3 axial rigs. Capra. I don't have a Capra or a Bomber. I started with a Bomber. A Yeti. Good Yeti, by the way. Soon to add a custom cage forward ice. Yeah, that's what I want to do. And in the house, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. He supports the show. He supports Moosejaw RC in a way. Everybody say hello to Reese RC. Congratulations on, I'm starting to see the brass Raw 500 and people getting it or winning it or maybe placing an order. So, again, I like Holmes and I like Reeves, and everybody else, I'm okay. But Reeves is a good guy. He let me sit in his trailer with air conditioning at Axial Fest, and I appreciated it very much. And good products, too. Good products, good people. Very enthusiastic people, too. I like that, too. So anyway, so we got that. We talked about the little RC 4-wheel drive, and if you did get RC 4-wheel drive, you want a Reese Micro 99 in there, definitely. Or the Chihuahua, as some people call it. I can't remember that. But we also have something from our friends at Vanquish. And we'll share the screen. Right screen share. All right. And we'll see if we can't, make that bigger. There we go. We got new Curry HD 44 VS410 front axle and rear, clear anodized or black with the red diff cover. I always liked the Rock Jocks. I never got a chance to get some. I did get some Origin ones on my Wraith and everything, but now we have these wonderful axles from Vanquish Curry, and they look, again, that clearance, nice clearance pumpkin and so forth, offset, nice and sweet looking. It looks good. Jim the Ripper machinist, programming. Perfection. Let's just say it. Let's give him the credit. Let's give Jim some credit. So those are available, and I don't know if I saw them at A-Main or not, but they are on the Vanquish website. You go to axles, VS410 axles, and there they are. They weren't in the new releases section, so not yet. I'm pretty sure they'll figure that out. At least I didn't see it. Maybe, and so forth. But those look nice. And I don't know what, I'm going to get some, but what am I going to put them on? I don't know. I got it would maybe to take one of the Portal Vanquish stuff and put those on. I can imagine putting those on the Falcon. You know, a high-end Falcon vehicle probably has a lot of high-end parts. So I would think it would be very appropriate to put that on that. I don't mind portals. I'm just not a portal guy. I like straight axles. It's pick your lines. I don't know. I like a straight axle. But that was a surprise. I would have to say nobody in the mod chat even knew this was coming on. It just came out of the blue, and it's great. And you have the new rod ends too from them as well. And everybody complains about how they stretch. I've never stretched them. I don't know. But they have new, improved rod ends too, so check that out. But yeah, the new Curry ones, that's pretty nice. I like them. Are you gonna get something? Let me know in the chat and everything. Like to hear that. Thanks, guys. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. they go live. So the brass Raw 500 servos from Reefs go live tomorrow. Get them while they're hot. All right, everybody loves brass, so we'll have to see. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Good evening. What's up, guys? Hey, Gigawatt RC, how you doing, sir? Hey, Reef. Everybody saying hello to Reef. Look at that. Did we already address that hat? We can address it again. I love this hat. I want to see if Matt wants to say something about this hat, because he is the purveyor of hats. And he is a fan of Valtteri Bottas. Probably not Team Alfa Romeo, and I understand why right now. But yeah. And it's reversible. It's reversible. And this is when my daughter said, yeah, I will be seen walking with you if you reverse the hat. It has a little Alfa Romeo right there, too. I got two hats in one. Came all the way from Europe somewhere. But, you know, to be hip with the fellow kids at school, you know. Yeah, I kind of felt old. Somebody asked me if I knew this one rapper, and I did not know who it was. Not that I listen to a lot of rap. So, I like it. I like this hat. It's a good hat. Let's see. Outcast just received his two $2.99 LPs for his Phoenix Falcon to run the Dig and O-Drive. Way to go. And love the servos. Yeah, that's pretty great for that. Ordered some yesterday. Dang, looking good axles. Good job there, Clinton. Yeah, I want to get them. I just can't right now. What is the gray semi-looking truck behind you? Oh, that thing. You might find that familiar on a certain Friday night live build. It is the Cross RC military truck. I don't believe that the gentleman, I'll call him that, got the howitzer that goes with it. Maybe he did. I don't know. It was in that said person's garage who likes orange. And he was cleaning his garage. And then I seen it a couple times. And I go, hey, finally I ask, what's the story on that? I'm kind of interested in it. And I know you're trying to get rid of stuff. He goes, that thing? Oh, that's the Cross RC I did on Friday Night Live Stream. You can have it. Okay. So I took it, and I still need to work on it. I got the box on it. I'm going to make a tow truck out of it. Why not? Everybody else makes a tow truck, so I'm going to make a tow truck. I don't have a tow truck, so I'm going to make a tow truck out of the Cross RC. We'll see how well it does. So, yeah, that's what it is. A Cross RC military. It's not a troop truck. It's just, cargo truck type of thing. And I don't know if it comes with a cover and all that stuff. But I'm going to make some cage work and sheet work and make a functional tow truck out of it. And, of course, age it up, patina it up, rust it up. Because why not? Thanks for the question, though. Thank you. Good evening. They would look good under the VS410 with the body you're painting up for me. I can see that. I can see if it was a souped-up International Scout. I can see that. And I got the paint scheme already in mind, Gigawatt. I found one. I'm going to change the color to be a richer color, a real deep. You have to look into it to see things. But, yeah, I got a paint scheme already planned for you. And thanks again, Gigawatt. And anybody who asks me to paint, I love it when you say, whatever you want to do. just do it. I like that. It seems like less pressure, and gets my creative juices going sometimes, where I can really just, okay, let's do it. That's kind of why I like to paint for Josh, because he doesn't care to whatever it is, whatever. Be careful what you say, because I'll put Crocs on it. But I like that. It just allows, because that's originally my format. What I would do, I wanted to get a body and paint it any way I want, and then put it up for sale. I just haven't caught up to what I found myself doing, painting, and having those opportunities to paint things, any which way I want, and for events or this, and then some asking, I really want this, and be particular a bit. But I like it when a customer trusts me and wants me to paint something, just surprise me. Here you go. Right? So I like that. Let's see. Hat reminds me of Caddyshack. Yep. Oh, well, speaking of Caddyshack, we got Carl Spackler right here, folks. We got Carl Spackler. Look at that, huh? See the resemblance? Cinderella story out of nowhere. That would be cool. Vintage RC, that hat. With this hat, you get a free bowl of soup. Oh, but it looks good on you. Everyone needs to build a tow truck at some point. Yeah, I want to build a tow truck, but I want an axial SCX, the 6x6. I want to get that. Not Traxxas 6x6. I want to find an axial 6x6 and build a Sinclair gas station tow truck. There's images out there in the real world that it did exist, and I thought that would be perfect to build, but I never got a chance to. One day I will, when I have time and money and time. I have a 10. Eric Baker says I have a 10.2 Rock Jocks on my Origin and D44s on my Phoenix. Thinking of getting the new HD 44s for the Fordyce. Sounds like a good deal. This is nice. This is good about the any product, really. But when Vanquish products come out, it gets people thinking, oh, let's change it up. Let's change things up. Excuse me. And, you enjoy your tiny truck more, and tinkering and creating and so forth. Pardon me, I needed a drink there. Whew. Let's see what else we got. We got, for Joss, it's just as to have orange in it. Sometimes he surprises you. Or at least me. Hit the like button, guys. Thank you, Vanquish RC. Yeah, I don't think I even said that at the beginning. Hit that like button, subscribe, get notifications, and all that fun stuff. I still have a video to edit. It's my Where the Heck Are We episode. Episode 1. I have it on camera here. I just haven't had time. Like I said, we're back to work. Training. There was training last week. Same stuff over and over. And so forth. So, yeah, we had that. Let's see. Awesome dude. Surprise me for Ja. Hit the like button. Make him a driver. I see Night Customs. It looks like he made a file for like the Blake Wilkie driver that he kind of did for something. I forget what else he did. So, and I'm really surprised somebody hasn't really taken advantage of creating drivers. Even RC 4-wheel drive. I mean, you had Cutter, Keith, Mike, whoever, Rick. I don't know what their name is. Why not find somebody who's a good 3D printing design company and make a scaled driver with legs that fits just right in the average RC Lexan seat thing, right? Especially like the Phoenix. Or maybe even the old Proline Classic interior, which I would think would still be the same, or at least close. Or just try to come with, maybe make it a little taller, but if it's shorter than there, you just shave the bottom of a shoe down and get it to fit and things like that. Maybe I just need to shut up and learn how to draw and start printing myself. Who knows? Or maybe even Eric Baker. I mean, that's the thing to think about. Just make some and put them on the Instagram and see if it works. Your work never disappoints, Joe. Well, I hope so. I hope so. You never know one day, right? I'm still looking for a body for my 6x6. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, I was thinking of a Dodge Power Wagon and then styrening the outer shell of a tow truck and so forth, and build the tow and everything, and the boom and everything like that, and go from there. Look up Sinclair tow truck, and you'll see what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. How you doing your rendition of Hockey Minnesota Wild Library interested? Oh, how am I doing? Am I interested in doing a hockey rendition on a RC body? That's in my wheelhouse. Saturn, that's in my wheelhouse. I could do that. I can even do it like their third jersey if you want. I could do that. I could do that. Hi Phoenix and so forth. The Tamiya Bruiser driver fits a lot of rigs. Yeah, I guess so. Man, I just want to make sure there's more full legs, I guess. All right, so let's look at the third item I had saved for you folks, and it's not new. It's not new, but our good friend John Schultz is. If you don't follow John Schultz on Instagram, shame on you, because he's a traveling representative of Team Associates. So he goes to many towns and he partakes in many things RC. And even though it's been out a little bit, he's doing some good old school dirt oval racing. And today's image was this body being beat up to crap. And he's actually doing pretty good. I don't know what changes he's making to be competitive. And even his son, Jonathan, are doing good. But it looks like he's having a lot of fun traveling across the country, going to these certain tracks and such, and he's finding more places of dirt oval racing. He even turned one of the B6.4 buggies, I think, into a sprint car and compete with that and so forth. He's a very good driver, apparently, because he could do a lot of things. He could comp crawl, he could race, he could drag race, and so forth. But I'm starting to look at stock. I used to race stock car race cars, hobby stock. It was also called Maverick and Street Stock in the different years I raced. But I had a 1976 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. It was a tank, but I raced it and it was a lot of fun. And I was very interested in oval racing and RC, and I'm seeing it more and more and more. I don't know if it's as big as drag racing was or is. That's debatable, right? But this little car is looking kind of interesting to me. That I might get into it. And I have to pick Schultz's brain. It's like, how much of this is stock? And you're really able to compete with maybe some modifications, maybe some changes of parts. But yeah, I'm kind of interested in that. And I'm just seeing more and more in that from his Instagram and some of the people he's tagging there and seeing what they do. So how many of you are interested in dirt oval racing? Would you be like at the old T-Car Speedway in Carson City, Nevada, have the Firecracker 100, where it was like a Le Mans style type of start? But here's the kicker. The drivers were on the other side of the track. All the cars are lined up just like Le Mans. Gunfire goes off. They have to run across the field. Now you can imagine some of these dirt oval racers and trying to run. Okay, they get to the halfway part, and then there's a hot dog waiting for them. So they have to down a hot dog. This is Nevada, baby. And then you run and you stop at one more station, and you had to chug a beer. I kid you not. And then you get in your car, you start it up, and you go racing. That was the Firecracker 100 at T-Car Speedway before it became Silver State Speedway in my hometown. And I mean, kind of, I don't know, maybe we should do that in RC. See Schultz run, eat a hot dog, down a Coke, a Pepsi, whatever he wants to drink, and so forth. So that was my introduction to oval dirt. Well, that was asphalt high bank racing, quarter mile track. It was the highest bank oval on the west coast of west of the Mississippi. It was a very famous racetrack. Evel Knievel jumped there, 1968, and so forth. So it was pretty cool. I'm interested in trying to. I don't know around here. I know Whippet RC in Reno. Sometimes they change their buggy track into an oval. Silver Dollar Raceway in Chico, near A Main and all that. They do that. Delta in Antioch, California, East Bay area, and maybe Rescue, which is east of Sacramento. I think they have a dirt oval. Maybe I just need to find some dirt out here and make a dirt oval and say, hey guys, let's get some cars. Let's go racing. We shall see. I also had a 1986 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. It was stolen 3 times. I did not get it back the 3rd time. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe it's with Matt's Jeep. It was lonely. That sounds like a tons of fun. It was a lot of fun to go Saturday night racing at T-Car Speedway. Did you used to slot car race back in the day? I did. And again, in Carson City, there was a gentleman that opened up a slot car track in the 90s. And he found this old track that he used to race on as a kid. And he refurbished it as best he could. It was a good track. Got a figure 8. Didn't cross, went under. Got a figure 8 track, and he put in a drag racing. And that's kind of where I got my painting. I started just painting the tiny cars, and I painted on the outside too. I got a 1964 Plymouth Fury body to go on a 16T stock 16 turn motor, and the idea was to knock each other off on that little figure 8 that went around, and that's the first time I got the idea to paint on the outside and trying to make it look like an old jalopy and so forth. There was this team at the jalopy team at Carson at T-Car Speedway called the Black Attack, and all of the cars, different cars, and some were good, some were fast, some were just jalopies, and they were all black, number 13 or 113 or 013, and they painted teeth on it like just the Deathmobile from the movie Animal House and everything like that, and put sayings on the back, hauling ass and all that kind of stuff. And they were fun to watch, and I painted one of those cars like that. I just thought it was cool. And I used the slot car, tried a bit, and we did like marathon races with teams, like 24 hours of slot cars. It's amazing that some of them last that long. Just go there on a night and just have fun tooling around with a whole bunch of people. It got very popular for a long time. It was really cool. And I think the tracks come and go. In Sacramento, there's still one at Fast Tracks. They have I almost want to think they have one of the old tracks from there. The one track moved to Tahoe and moved. It's amazing the history how those slot car tracks move across the country, or even the world. Some of that. So yeah, I like slot car. I haven't done it in a while, but I like to go do that again. Schultz is cool. Schultz is a very great guy. He's a prankster, but a very genuine human being. He was very kind and patient with me, even though I wasn't patient with myself at Colorado. But he's great, and I probably owe him an apology too for my little tantrum at Colorado, dealing with issues and then dealing with my winch snapping before. Just when Matt offered to spot for me, I said, okay, yeah, let's do this. I wasn't in a good mood as it was, but I said, all right, let's do this. And then I turned on my car, making sure the winch wasn't going. I thought it was fine, and I put it down, and then I hear snap, and my winch snapped. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And I lost it, and everybody was quiet. It's like when you play golf with your friends. You have that one friend who's taking his time, and he takes his shot, and he just shanks it badly. And he goes, fuck this, F this, and he throws his club out into the bushes, right? And then his friends, they're just very quiet, and they walk into the bush to help their friend find his club. That was the scene at Colorado with Compin, and I retired from Compin ever since. And I'm going to RC car events by myself from now on, because it's just everybody's happier that way. So we'll put it that way. We'll leave it at that. But Schultz, he again very kind, and I think I need to contact him and say, hey, thanks for everything. I'm really sorry and all that, and hope you spot for me again because I wouldn't mind doing that. Ramming speed, yes, go ramming speed. So we are at 7:07, but I do want to do something, folks. Let's peel off some window coverings and see how this looks like all by itself without any of the, because it is done. So we got the side camera, we got this a little bit. Let's see if I have to resize this a little bit. Yeah, we can make that a little smaller. You see my gut that I'm sucking in right now. There we go, and put that down a little bit. Make that smaller. I was thinking about a second camera, but I think this is good enough. This is good enough. All right, so we're gonna peel off. We're going to peel off the outside. We got the inside all peeled off. We tinted it already in there. It's tinted. We'll see if we need more, add more. It's about 6-7 coats of smoke tint from Traxxas. And I don't know how well it does, tell you the truth. It's the first time I use it. So here we go. A little, not gender revealing, but ooh, that looks nice. I kind of like that. It's black. It's dark. It's California tinted windows there, I think. A little bit, but it definitely makes it shady. I like that. Are you here, Orange Taco? Like I said, so we're going to add later tonight what I'm doing. I'm going to prep my other bodies, the other 3. I'm going to liquid mask this time. 1, to buy time. You know. And 2, just because I have to cut out puzzle pieces for the autism theme on two of them. Yeah, 2 of them. No, all 3 actually. And 2 of them will have camo. What's going on there? It's just plastic sticking there. That's weird. Come on. And so forth. So we're gonna just liquid mask. I got one liquid mask behind me right there. Come on there. Yeah. Ooh. How much protective? Oh, maybe I took off the paint there. That's the thing when you paint on top of protective film. You can actually just peel the paint off, and you think it's everything, but no, it's not that. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Ray wanted dark windows. He wanted me to paint them and say, what about tint? And he goes, yeah, go whatever you want to do. I'm like, okay, cool. Is that it? Yep. We got all that. And you just take an X-Acto knife and cut around there, not much pressure. And then when you do peel everything you want off, just be careful. Make sure you don't pull it right away, because maybe you just got a little bit stuck on there, and it will pull it all off. So you do that. What else we got? This Moosejaw Hour is now going into overtime. We've done that twice now in a row. You know why? Because more of you here and more participating, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's, I'm not looking for high numbers. I'm not looking for YouTube fame and glory. Just here to have fun. I like YouTubing. I don't know what I get from it, but all right. So there's the windows. We got that. That looks sharp. That looks freaking good. Do you like that? Is Orange Taco still here? Is he missing this? Oh, there you are. There you are. Let's make sure I'm on the bottom of the chat there. Oh, hell yeah, that looks so good. Yes, yes it does. And sometimes I think I should do this more in videos, but it's kind of hard. Okay, this I have the inside still. So let's get the inside as well. This has a decal over it, and then plus a housing, molded plastic housing for lights on this. So we're gonna, and it has stickers to go inside the housing so that it looks chrome and all. I'm just gonna take a chrome pen and do that. That's so much easier. And it has like little stickers to do the inside of the housing. I'm like, no, we're not gonna do it. Look at that. Looking mean. Look at this first. This is when you know you're close. Except when you do on a Phoenix, you're not close because you got to put all the body bits and the interior in. It takes about 1 hour for me to put a Phoenix together. Some people, when they ask me to do a Phoenix or a Pro, I do charge a little more because I like to assemble it for the people. I like to put the cage together and everything. But it's an extra time and so forth. And I've done so many now that I don't even need the instructions anymore. Pretty familiar with it. You know, that's why I charge just a little bit more for Vanquish stuff. I still have my prices like at a fast food restaurant. Small, large, extra large. That's kind of how I price it. And it works. I think it's good. Alright, anything else that needs to come off there? No, that's it. So we have the taillights next. The same thing, we got to get the inside out. This is a good body. Lining up the, I have to say, ProLine, lining up the interior masking tape was pretty good. Come on, I know you're on there. I did put it on. Yeah, it's there. It's like you almost think you didn't put the sticker on there. Oh, you know what? And with that, yeah, Gunner super chatted and so forth. Okay, I just want to make sure. I have to be responsible now at the end of the stream. I got to say thank you for everybody, really. Cannot let your fans down. So we got the interior, and it has housing for taillights too. It's a pretty good kit. Be nice if it had an interior. Big enough body for it, right? So now we'll do the outside, make sure we don't hit any buttons accidentally. Still a little hot in here. My AC idea of tapping into the vent system didn't work. I think maybe the people who put it together, one, I wasn't too happy on the quality. It's a handy guy, a local handy guy, really. He's done great jobs for us, but not too happy on how it's not cool in here. But then again, it's probably cool in where the thermostat is and not here. So I might say, patch it back up. Put it all back together it was. You crazy homeowner you. And then I might just see about investing in the Mr. Cool system. Put it right here. Call it good. But then by that time, it's going to be fall. Which really kind of is already. I mean, even Phoenix was showing me those monsoon storms in Arizona. Holy crap. That was crazy. And we even had like flash flood warnings. It really didn't turn out to be that, but there we go. And I have the plastic bits, I think, in the other room, so. And this is mask, but you don't have to be perfect with the mask because you're going to put, I'm going to still put the sticker over it because I do like stickers. I think stickers have a place in scale. Look at those cars that have stickers on it. It's scale. There it goes. The bed. A little scratchy. I don't know if that's tape on there. I think that's tape. Yeah, it's the tape. So I got, there's like a thin line of tape in between the camouflage and the bed. Just have to peel that off. But there it is. We'll go back to the main camera here and give a look to you. So 2015 ProLine Tacoma quad cab. We got, well, let's go here because the camera's there. All right. We can make those windows darker if you want, Ray. Let me know. You can see how they're kind of blended so you can't quite see in. I think that's what you want, but wait, I could put more tint on there. Just let me know. All right. Mr. Cool systems are also a heat pump. I'm thinking this little room is so insulated, and I have the electronic hot water here. I think it's just going to be fine during the winter and so forth. But let me know there, Ray, if you want more tint on it. Do you want illegal California tint, or you want just on the verge of being illegal California tint? How about all the people that got stuck at the Burning Man from the mud? You know what? The media, they kind of made it sound worse. I had friends there. It looked like they were having a hell of a good time. I don't know. They had a hell of a good time. I've never been to one. All I know, I don't like it when they show up. You go to like Reno to something and they show up and they haven't showered for 10 days or however long, and then you pass out from just being around them. And they're lawyers. Most of them are lawyers and even school teachers and things like that from the Bay Area or around the world right now. But, it used to be something. But, I don't know. Good on them. Have fun out in the playa. All right, the Pala, whatever they pronounce it, out in the desert. But there you go. We got one done. And with that, let's make it official. Moose job number 103. 103 commission paint jobs. 103. Happy smiley face with antlers. There, I put antlers. Looks more like a monkey actually than a moose. I don't know. There we go. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. It looks like a monkey. And she's done. Obviously, we have to put the plastic bits on there and some stickers, but that'll take, I would say, probably 30 minutes and we're done. And I'll post a finished thing on Instagram. So with that, folks, let's finish on some comments here and call it a night, and I'll get back to work here at the Moosejaw Studio again. First off, thank you. Thank you for joining the Moosejaw RC Hour. Thank you, Gunner. My meats get sticky. Nissen. And also Hobby Room. Thank you very much. We have some people who subscribed about 7 days ago. Thank you, Ryan McCraw, who I don't know if he's here listening to that, but we have new subscribers as well. And that's just it. Just organically build this fun rant and rave hour-ish of RC and decompress and enjoy just relaxing a little bit. Let's see all about the people. Is there something wrong with your Instagram link below? It tells me page not found. You know what? I'll check that and see that. But it's Moosejaw RC Body Shop, and you should be able to find that pretty easy. The Sharpie sounded like fingernails on a chalkboard. Yeah, well, see, that's that Tamiya paint. That's how much texture is on it. It's not as smooth as Tamiya, right? And you probably hear us Tamiya because it's a dry surface versus a wet marker surface. But there's just that little grit to it that I do like. I do like it. Good times, man. Cheers. Yes. And again, I'll check on the link on my video thing there and so forth and everything. So again, thank you, Gunner. And Gunner, yes, I'm working on your two bodies. That's probably why you give me the $2. I want my $2. And then also Hobby Room, thank you very much. And everybody, thank you. Participating, chatting, talking, hopefully building a tire truck on the other end. So we'll see you next Thursday. Yep. Thursday before ASD crawling event AAC 2023. Celebrating the life of one of their compatriots, Brandon, and also a bunch of people just getting together and enjoying the outdoors and also becoming more aware for autism. And come say hi. I'll be there Saturday, but definitely get some jerky from Gunner as well. And I believe Vanquish will be set up there. I can't imagine them not being there one of the days and so forth, maybe the Saturday. And yeah, have a good time, get outside. And then also, get ready for Pro Line by the Fire. You'll find me and Phoenix. Phoenix and I are just going to frickin' trail that mountain all over the place. Definitely. And eat some food. Cheeseburgers and fries. And goodbye, folks. Thank you so much for a great evening.